This is feedback error.
You clicked on our thing.
Are you meant to be here?
Yeah.
You lost?
Yeah. Why are you doing it? Why?
Why are you listening to this?
Why? Just why? What are you doing?
Perfect.
Feedback error.
Feedback error brought to you by...
Mirrors. It makes you look like you have two of everything. Isn't that neat? You hold it up against something else, and in the mirror it looks like there's another one.
You heard it here first. Get a mirror.
You want to look like you have a lot of shit? Just get a mirror. You know, we joke about this, but this is what interior designers do. They go, this room looks small. Fuck off mirror on one wall.
I have like 5 mirrors in my house.
And it looks so spacious.
I can see 2 from where I'm sitting right now.
There's like...
And I do look like I have more stuff.
It's true. I went to walk into that other room before and there was someone who looked exactly like me blocking it so I couldn't go in.
It makes it look like I have more friends.
Yeah. Very attractive friends.
You brought something along with you.
I did.
Today.
I'm very excited about it. I'm not excited about it. I just bought it on the way over. It is a McDonald's cup.
So you bought trash.
No, it's got one of those...
It's an empty cup. You bought trash into my home and you want to talk about it.
It's not trash. This is a Schrodinger's trash.
Schrodinger's
trash. We don't know it's trash until... It could have value.
Okay.
Right? It's the Monopoly thing, so it might be a free... Something stupid.
It could be. All right. It might be trash, or this could be like a cheeseburger. We don't know.
I'm going to peel it into the microphone.
Oh, this is exciting. We do ASMR now.
This is embarrassing.
What is it?
It's just nothing.
It's a chance card.
Which means no.
This was not worth doing on the podcast. We could have done this before we started.
Well, it was exciting, wasn't it?
I felt a rush.
You're having a very low week.
Yeah.
I've had a really energetic morning.
What'd you do this morning?
I did the sex.
Oh.
So that's why
let's talk about this. This is way better than the trash.
I've had a lot of sex this week. I'm very lucky.
You led with trash and just left out the fact.
Oh, well, in my mind, this was more important. Because I've had the sex. Currently, I'm having it. I've had it, so it's past tense.
I'm very happy for you that you've been having the sex.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that I had orange juice. And I'm like, yeah, thank you.
You know what? That's vitamins. I'm happy about that too.
Oh, can we do a cheers to that?
Let's do a cheers to that.
Jemma Bayley is having a lot of sex.
Cheers to that.
I'm gonna insert.
Are we gonna have a sound effect?
Yeah, I'm inserting. Well, we could do it now, but I don't want to get out 2 glasses for no apparent reason.
All right, a lot of sex. That is something to cheers to.
Thank you.
You know what else is something to cheers to? I've won a feud this week that I was having with a painting crew.
Has this got something to do with the door that wasn't on today?
Yes.
I went to walk into Jade's house, and first I'm sitting here going, okay, there's workers ahead. They've got like a little sign out the front saying workers ahead, and then I turn up at your house and there's no door, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, so my building's being painted at the moment. I did not ask for them to do it. Didn't want them to do it. They've come to do it anyway. And my door's been missing for about 4 days.
Did they say anything premeditated to this? Where FYI, or leave you a note.
I think it was in retaliation. There was an incident the morning my door went missing. I faked a conversation on the phone to get out of speaking to a bunch of painters that were outside my house.
So they steal a door.
And I think they noticed, and then I came home from work that day and my door was missing. So I stole a bunch of drop sheets and locked them in my backyard.
It just sounds like it's escalated. It sounds so petty.
And I thought, I've won this. This is great. I've slightly inconvenienced them. Came home again the following day, and 2 of my pot plants in my backyard had been tampered with. They were moved. Dirt was dumped out of one of them.
This is not good.
And then I stole a ladder.
This is escalating quickly. Or, not escalating because now they can't get up a ladder.
Well, see, the thing is, I locked them out of my house today because I have a second door that they could not get through. And they needed access to my backyard, so I thought, I'm just not going to let them inside. That's fine. And they've abseiled. They've climbed over the front of the building, over the back, and abseiled into my backyard.
There was like a machine out the side, which is like just a lift.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're going on the roof to paint. Interesting. Yeah. But no, they've come over the roof to get to this side of your house.
To get to where I've locked the ladder and the drop sheets.
You know, you've probably cost them a lot of money to hire that.
I hope so.
Aggressive.
You know what? While you've been here, my door got screwed back on.
They did. You know,
I've got my door back.
I think you won.
They've realised that they're dealing with a very unstable person with a lot of time on their hands.
It's a very important podcast.
So, hey, winning feuds. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
You're good. I'm glad I'm not in a feud with you. I would lose. I think it's just because I'm too lazy to keep up the meticulous back and forth.
I get very petty. I'll do anything but resort to mature conversation.
Oh no.
I haven't mentioned any of this to any of the painters. I've just stolen their shit.
Yeah, I think so. I can look outside and there's still painting gear there.
Yeah, there's still
a rope.
There is a rope just hanging in my backyard. I'm not sure if a painter's attached to it or what he's doing up there.
If we pull on the string, will he be like, like some sort of weird, you know, like on the Flintstones, and you pull the feathers of the thing.
Yeah,
like, but it's a painter.
What noise do you reckon a painter would make if you pulled on his rope?
Wouldn't he just splutter?
This sounds like the start of a joke that I don't have a punchline to.
It does sound like the start of a joke that we haven't finished yet.
No, it's just an OH&S concern.
I like the idea that he's gonna come down and be like, did you say painters? And we're just like, no, we said penis. And they're like, oh, that checks out.
But I feel a little uncomfortable about the fact a painter could just appear at my back door at any second right now. I'm
one of those people who don't like my neighbours being in my immediate vicinity.
Yes.
Unless I need something from them, like sugar or a lawnmower.
Yeah. I hate people. You can see in my house, every single window, you can't see anyone from it. No one can see in my house.
There's no...
Even up the back, there was a slight gap where I could potentially see the neighbours if they're at their fence, and I've put blinds in and lowered them just enough. So that they can't see me.
It's intentional. I was looking at that before thinking, wow, how convenient.
Yeah,
I can't see
I've put a lot of effort into being really antisocial in here.
You have. Actually, this is a gated community, technically. That
it is.
It's actually, you can't get in without passcode. I always forget the passcode when I'm coming in.
I want as many doors between me and the general public as possible.
Which is weird, because you're actually quite an open sort of person to talk to.
Yeah, once you catch me.
You can't see this,
it's
but
very
Jayde
difficult.
is tied down to her own couch. I mean, smoker's chair. In her smoke room of her house. Which she has. I want to paint a picture of this hypothetical smoker's room. Right? I want you to have, how they have moose heads and stuff like that. But I don't think that you're obviously not going out and hunting moose.
No.
The idea of, I think you would hunt, if you were going to hunt something, I think maybe you'd have an otter. Just because I don't think you'd be very good at catching a moose.
I don't think I could kill an otter though, because it's so cute. I would just maybe have a tank that had an otter in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, alright. Well, I was thinking
We're
of an otter's
sitting here
head.
in our smoking robes with a live otter just splashing around.
And we're just got our cigars stop splashing! You bloody otter.
The otter keeps putting out my cigar.
Jayde! Why'd you put the otter in the smoker's room? I caught it! I'm a hunter, Jemma. I hunt things.
It was instinctual. I don't know. I saw him and all of a sudden he was in my home.
I can't kill him.
That's the same way I date.
I'm sitting going, well, I thought I was mad about the bear, rug that was still alive and running around. But this otter's really annoying me.
It's all set up like a hunting lodge, but all the animals are
still
alive.
Yeah. Moving around.
It's very inconvenient.
We've just described a zoo. Your smoker's den is a zoo.
The business plan was a little off.
Yeah, and it's not a zoo because you couldn't hunt scary animals. It's a petting zoo.
It's a petting zoo. Like the kind of one that you can just put in a trailer, take it to a school. There's like a Shetland pony. That's the big attraction.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, it's like a Shetland pony. There's a goat. And like a couple of guinea pigs.
All of them have got stories from when you caught them. As you got the Shetland pony. Yeah, that one was just sitting in someone's backyard. I went and got it. Jade, did you steal a Shetland pony? I hunted it.
It's still hunting if you don't kill them. You still caught it.
You still caught it.
Yeah. What if this whole time they're like, these aren't painters, they're actually people who are like trying to get at me? I'm just like...
And they're posing as painters.
I'm just like, oh, there's people on the roof and in my backyard. They must be workers that I didn't ask to be here.
They've got like all these like...
They've stolen my door to try and get in. Like,
yeah. And I'm thinking, Jade, I think they're trying to kill you. No. And there's blood being smeared on your window, just like, we're coming
I didn't ask for
you.
red. I don't know where they got that paint.
What a weird paint. It's so gluggy.
I'm going to write a letter to Body Corporate.
Who sent these people?
Speaking of my home, actually, I heard a weird rumour about myself this week. You know when a rumour comes back to you, like somebody else asks you about, like confronts you with a rumour?
There was a third party that's speaking about you.
Yeah.
And they say, I heard this.
I was at a gig this week and there was a comedian that we both know. We haven't had a lot to do with each other. We're friendly.
I know this comedian.
We're sitting in a bar and he goes, hey, I heard something about you this week, and I've immediately gone, oh no.
Oh, so many things. You're cataloguing back and
there are
like,
so many things this could be. Fuck. And he follows up with, I heard you've got a really tidy home.
What's funny about that is I've mentioned this multiple times on the pod, but we have not published the pod yet, so that can't be it.
Yeah.
And I actively have spoken to him about this.
It was the strangest way a rumour's ever come back to me.
It's just kind of, it's the nicest rumour to come back to you, to be honest.
And it's starting to become like a weird thing that people think about me, because this comedian said this thing.
People?
And there was also, I was out with you and another comedian from Melbourne recently, who had both seen my home, and you were roasting me just for having a nice home.
Well, it's not unfathomable, but it's just so out of the norm. And as soon as someone mentioned something about your house, we both looked at each other like, it's nice.
And then at this same gig, where this rumour came back to me, another person who was there who works in comedy was talking to the bartender about keeping glasses in fridges because they knew that my home was tidy and I keep my glasses in the fridge. And they were getting other people's opinions, including this bartender, but apparently also a lot of other people.
And what was the verdict? I'm just curious.
The bartender said, yes, you should keep your glasses in the fridge.
Yes, it's good.
And I agreed.
Of course you agreed.
He was very upset, the person trying to gather the data.
Well, he clearly had a bias. That's not fair.
Yeah. So now I feel like there's multiple people just like
weighing in,
spreading this weird rumor about me.
I'm going to try and spread it as far as I can. I want you to turn up to somewhere like in Canada and a comedian that seemingly has no attachment to me at all turn to you and be like, I've heard a rumor about you. And you're like, yes, I have a clean house. Like, no, that you know Jemma and she's had a lot of sex this week. No, then they turn around and they're like, oh, you have a really nice home. And it's like, what? She got to you.
It's a little bit disheartening because there are so many more interesting things that are terrible that people could be spreading rumors about me.
That's an interesting thing. I don't know why you think it's not interesting. I find it really
I'm going to have to just step up the really out of line shit that I do to try and get people thinking I'm a little more interesting.
No, well, I think the problem is you tell me a lot of things, and the only things I find interesting are not shocking. I don't find shocking things interesting. I find that the bizarreness of the juxtaposition that is your house.
That's
I find
very
that
true.
Very fascinating.
I've told you like some horrible shit that I've done, and you're like,
oh
man, look at these coasters.
I'm saying, you got a lot of gold in your house. Jemma, I just told you I murdered a man. Yeah, but like, you used bondage rope I find very interesting. Tie up the body is just strange. Jayde has bondage rope. You know what that means? It's soft. Which means Jayde is soft.
But it has got me thinking, I don't think there's enough tabloidy sort of podcasts out there at the moment. I basically just want to start some rumours about people for no apparent reason.
Oh, I'm all for that. I've got some stuff backlogged.
Yeah,
you know,
excellent.
Between the two of us, we know a lot of stuff. So, who can we start a rumor? I mean, who?
This is going to be relevant to nobody who's not a comic in Brisbane.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I heard? I heard that Josh.
Which Josh? Jemma doesn't know his last name.
I know Josh's last name. Every time I've said it, it's been wrong, and he gets mad at me, and I feel really bad. Wessling?
Josh Wessling?
I'm gonna say Wessling.
I hope we're both saying it wrong. Fuck it.
He's gonna come back to me and be like, Jemma, just stop trying to say my last name, and I'm just like, just it looks like wrestling to me.
It does look like wrestling.
Okay,
do you think he likes wrestling?
He looks like he could wrestle.
He does look like he could wrestle.
You know what?
If
Let's say that he wrestles. I want to say he wrestles. Yeah. Did you know that Josh wrestles?
What's his wrestling name, do you think?
Fuckboydio.
El Fuckboydio.
Which is so the opposite.
His finishing move is just not calling you back.
Which is so mean because he's the opposite. You know, he's like such a lovely guy. Except this one thing about him that isn't lovely.
What's that? So Josh Wessling.
The one thing that is really upsetting about him is that he can't actually drive a manual.
Really?
He can't. He physically can't. On his driver's license, it says not allowed to operate.
He's excluded from it.
He's excluded. It's not an inclusion. You know, like a manual.
He's got his open license. He's not allowed to.
Yeah, it's got a little it's got a little circle and an X over top of manual.
They had to invent it for him.
Yeah, he did so poorly on the test. They're like, this man can never be near a stick shift.
He's not even allowed to be a passenger in one. Yeah, just in case he tries to get the gear stick.
So if anyone's like going to drive Josh to a gig from now on, they're like, I can't, I have a manual. So loud.
I hope that happens. I hope he has trouble getting carpools now.
Yeah. Well, this is what this tabloid is for. This is what this journalism is about.
We're keeping people safe.
I like to say that we're unveiling truths about comics. You know something about Jack Knight.
I do. Yeah, Jack Knight. I don't know if you've never probably noticed this. You will now.
Okay.
Jack Knight can't see behind him.
Now that I think about it, I've only ever seen him looking forward. Yeah. I've only seen him looking in the direction he's looking.
He tries to hide it by pretending he's always looking at something in front of him.
Well, he's hit it well. He's hit it well, I tell you what. Because all I can think is that's Jack standing over there looking in front of something.
He's had a lot of practice. He hides it really well.
He's looking at something that he's looking at. Next time I see him, I'll be like, Jack, look behind you. And he'll be like, you're my secret, and fall on his back like a toad. He just fall on his back with his legs in the air like, ah!
You can test it out, though. Next time you see him, just stand behind him.
Oh, guys,
he won't see you.
Be nice to Jack. He can't see behind you. So just, be nice. I mean, we're not doing this to hurt people. We're just informing the public. Jack can't see behind him.
This is the most pointless thing.
I just like it because in the back of my mind I'm like, no one can see behind. But
still accurate. It doesn't make our
lie. Tell me
doesn't
it's
make
a lie.
the rumor less accurate.
I just like it because the person it is someone who's really vigilant. Like he's like if a squirrel was a person. Like, and he's constantly looking over his shoulder.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah, he's a gatherer, that boy.
I've got one more for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think three's enough.
Yeah, I think so, considering I'm tearing again.
Yeah, MJ Wong,
Yes.
Brisbane comedian. Yeah,
Brisbane comedian.
doesn't shower. He only takes bubble baths.
That's so. You know what? Yeah, right? Maybe.
Yeah,
Because
that's why he always smells really good.
You know
bubble
what?
baths.
And I have noticed this on occasion. Sometimes when he's turned up to a gig, his shoes have soap suds on them. And he's dripping a little bit. And also he's naked and has just gotten out of a bubble bath and shouting, "Who turned off the hot water?" I was in the middle of my bubble bath. And someone turned off the hot water. And I mention I only have bubble baths? That's what he said verbatim that night that I saw him. You can quote him on that.
Yeah.
Because that's what he said.
You heard it here first.
Wow, I feel bad about... I mean, they're not rumours. I don't want to call them... They're not rumours. Just reiterate. This is useful information for the public.
This is journalism.
Journalism. This is yeah.
If you write it down somewhere, that's journalism. That's what that is.
Is that how journalism works?
That's it. You just have to write it on a piece of paper.
And that's journalism.
With a pen. The pen is very important.
Oh, so we have to have our pen license to be a journalist.
Yeah, did you get one?
I think I did.
We'll call your primary school.
I better go check. Yeah. They've got to have the records there.
That's all you need. You just need a pen license to write something down on paper. You've done a journalism.
I'm just checking, can I get my a copy of my pen license? And they're like, Jemma Bayley. Oh, you didn't get your pen license. And I've been using pens for years and I get arrested.
You have to sit the test again.
Oh, I would not pass now because I'm post-uni. So, like, all my beautiful handwriting has turned into chicken scratch.
I don't think I can handwrite anymore. It hurts my hand.
Did you learn running
cramps?
Such a hard life you have. I have to write something today.
Use a phone like an adult.
Text it to someone like a man.
Yeah.
With emojis like a man. Eggplant.
We're gonna accidentally... the painter's back.
The painter's back.
There's a painter in my backyard.
Sorry, I just saw legs come out from the ceiling. Can they
This
hear
is
us?
like the longest I've ever convinced a boy to stay at my house.
And he's doing stuff for you too.
He's doing stuff.
He's a regular handyman.
There
he goes.
I think they haven't realised that they can come inside today because I've like locked them out all passive aggressive. So for him to leave, he's going to have to climb over the roof.
Yeah, what's funny is we're
gonna
just
hear a
sitting
guy
here on microphones, and the next time he looks in the window, he's going to be like, "What's going on in there?"
We're gonna hear a guy climbing over the roof later, just because like I didn't open the door.
This is the most passive-aggressive, like, way... You know, like, how guys tiptoe around girls when they're mad?
Yeah.
They're literally scaling a building to not upset you.
That is my power.
That's another level. You must have really given them some shade. This guy's got a hard hat. Oh, no, that's just a cap.
Is he cute?
Eh.
I'm trying to look in the mirror, like...
Is he painter cute or is he trader cute? I think
trader cute's a thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is there an app?
I don't know, there's
traders?
like, a guy could be cute, but then if I know he's got practical skills, he's
up a
he's
level.
way hotter.
See, it's the opposite for me. I find guys who are in office... Yeah, so he just looked me in the eye and it just really put me off. Because I was talking directly about it. I'm saying, oh, I don't find trade, he's hot. And he just looked at me and I was like... I mean, I think they're okay. No, I find office suits and attires nice.
Really? I can get kind of into office attire.
Yeah.
Part of me, though, is like, oh, they're going to ask me about my finances.
Oh, it's just off-putting because you're like, I don't want to talk about
Yeah, I'm like, I'm bad with money. I don't want them to know how bad.
I want to get a 3-piece suit. Sorry to completely
do that.
Yeah,
I'm on
like
board for
a
that.
tailored like 3-piece suit with the what is it called, the vest and
Like a waistcoat.
Yeah, and all that sort of crap.
I've got a pocket watch you can borrow if you want to make it like real authentic. We can put a pocket watch in your pocket.
We, hypothetically, we do very well one day at something, right? And can we both get like 3-piece suits and go to an event?
Yes.
And monocles and stuff?
I already have a top hat. You know what I think would
You're
be...
halfway there. You've been anticipating
You know what I really want to do? Go to a fancy event, all dressed up, wearing 2 monocles. Because people will just be like, why not glasses?
When you said that, I thought of 2 monocles on the one eye, and I was like, that's a lot of vision for one eye.
A monocle on both eyes.
Eye.
Yeah. And they'll both be attached to chains, so whenever I'm horrified, I can, like, drop both my monocles. But, like, I also do need glasses, so...
so you're practically thinking...
I won't be able to see for any of this. This will just be for laughs. You'll still have to, like, guide me around the room, because I don't think you can get monocles in prescription.
Guide you around like one of those mascots in the suits. Just like as you're, like, you know how I'm dressed
We're both dressed nice, so we'll just have, like, a fancy chain connecting us both. And you can just lead me around the room.
Yeah, and then when people are like, you're getting into stuff that you shouldn't be getting into, they're like, Jade's in the punch, like literally in the punch bowl, and I have to go over them and be like, oh god,
yeah,
she's got 2 monocles on, and she insisted. I thought this chain would help, but I look away for a second and she's in the punch bowl. I'm
not the person you wanted a fancy event anyway.
No, I think that's the opposite. You're exactly the person I wanted a fancy. I think the key is I love being entertained more than I care about being embarrassed.
Okay, then we can go to fancy events together.
Can.
That's
you can't
perfect.
go with someone who cares.
Are there 2 pages in my yard right
There's
now?
2 of them. I thought there was 1.
That's why they started that equipment before. I think it was to, like, lift the other over the roof.
Oh,
to get inside.
So what's happening outside is I'm hoping this isn't getting picked up by the mic, but you can hear this beeping.
Yeah, I wonder.
Kind of. You know what? It's atmospheric.
We're going to have to leave all the painting stuff in to this episode just so that we can explain all the noise and the beeping.
We'll have like a little warning at the start. Just warning, there are painters in this podcast.
FYI, active construction occurring during this.
Please slow down to 40. I'm going to put a little road sign at the start of this.
That's visual, again. I guess we could upload one to the Instagram.
What's the sound version of a warning sign?
Look, we'll put one on Instagram.
Like a siren.
When this comes out.
Warning. Road work ahead. Decrease speed to 40. And we know you won't. You know how people just don't? Especially when you're on a highway. It's like, go down to 60. 60 is the highway slow, right? Mm-hmm. Actually did it on the way here. 60 is highway slow. We didn't slow down.
Yeah.
We went from 100 to maybe 80.
I just do like a little less than what the other cars are doing.
Yeah.
Because then I figure if anyone's going to get caught, it'll be them.
I just tailgate someone. Don't want anyone to see my number plate. That's not how it works. I've got a very skewed way of thinking of getting out of things. That's not how you get out of things. Tailgating someone else.
I'm not sure how that's a winning strategy. Like, who told you that works? Or did you just decide?
In my mind, I'm like, they can't see my front plate. So that's half the problem.
You're more than halfway to getting out of this.
The speed camera tried to get me. The front one.
Could you try just straight denial for the back one? Just be like, that's not my plate.
I wonder if
and just like if you double down real hard on that and hope that you're more annoying than they are like wanting to get you on this.
Yeah, because ultimately they're just doing their job. They could care less.
Yeah,
like, it's just another job for them.
This has been feedback error.
Yeah, welcome to the end of the podcast.
I can't believe you're still here. You listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, go get yourself a cookie and some milk.
You deserve it.